Afternoons with Zweli on 947.
Goliath and Goliath, they happen to be in the studio. The Happiness Economy Tour has officially launched in Joburg, but they're taking it all over the country, and we're finding out all about it right now.
The two pioneers in South African comedy. It's Jason and Nicholas Goliath in the building.
You know, if there's a public holiday on a Wednesday, I was the guy that you don't see on Tuesday and Thursday. Like us, so there's no chance. So, I'm happy to be where I am now.
I need a bigger yes.
It didn't sound like you got the bigger ass over there, so we'll give the bigger ass. Yes! Where they've racked up so many awards. I mean, we've seen them on stage countless times as a trio, as a duo, individually. I may have ulterior motives as to why Jason in particular is here, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
I love ulterior motives.
Oh, you're going to find out now.
Love it.
Yeah, but Goliath are here. It is a Jason and Nicholas Goliath in Afternoons with Zweli. Gentlemen, how you doing? How you feeling? Happy Friday.
Friday. It feels an extra happy Friday. And also, Zweli, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you've got Friday features. Like, you look like...
We only see you on the weekend.
Like,
I don't know what that means, really.
You come alive only from Friday. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have Wednesday eyes.
Oh, I'm ready for the weekend. I'm going to show the city what's going on, basically.
Mr. Groover.
Yeah. You guys aren't the first two people to say this today, actually. Jacob was saying now, and he's like, you're the groove master. Of course you're going to be going out and stuff.
Thanks.
Gee whiz.
We're great. We are halfway through our run at Sandton Theatre in the Square.
Yes.
It's been unbelievable trying this new thing,
format.
this new deep motivational comedy. How else do we deep? That's somebody
from the audience said it's called a deep comedy, and I
deep,
think that's the best
comedy.
description. Deep motivational comedy.
Yeah. And I wanted to actually before we get into everything else, you guys obviously just kicked it off. here in Sandton, 2 nights ago, I think it was?
Yeah, we started on Tuesday.
You started on Tuesday night. And how's that been going? How's the reception been, I guess, throughout this week?
Sensational. Sensational because Nick and I have been talking about this concept and this idea of the happiness economy, and what happiness even means, and is it even possible to be happy, and is there a way for us to find a formula? For so many years, but you have that imposter syndrome that do people actually need to hear this? And the response has been completely overwhelming. Like from people saying, please, you have to come to my kids' school to do the show, to 80-year-olds, honestly, 80-year-old theatre goers going, that was too close to home. I felt that we related so hard. So what a lovely reception. It's been amazing.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask, because when I first saw the name, I was like, happiness economy. I was like, there's nothing happy about economy right now in South Africa. So tell us about this concept, I guess. So what is the new concept that you guys have been bringing?
So the concept started during COVID, where Jay and I, where everybody's financial economy was in the toilet. And we were all stressed out and going through, I think, for the first time, the madness of COVID. And we realized that nobody's paying attention to the happiness. Everybody's paying attention to the money. We were getting all those discounts. You don't pay your bills for 6 months. You get 3 months payment, vacations, whatever, and people were just sad and depressed, and things were going terribly. And we realized that nobody teaches us about money, about happiness. Nobody teaches us how to look for your happiness, where to find your happiness. It's kind of a thing that's just assumed that everybody knows what makes them happy. And then what essentially happens is you start looking at your friends, your neighbors, the people around you, at what they have and what they doing that may look like happiness. Because you don't even know if that is true.
That's
happiness.
True. Yeah.
Exactly.
So instead of being obsessed with your financial economy, we were like, can you be obsessed with your emotional, your mental wellness economies as well? And make sure those balance sheets are balancing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Always got to balance. And I mean, I must ask you guys, you speak about the happiness economy right now, but you guys aren't necessarily always happy. When you're in entertainment, everyone thinks that it's just, you guys are funny and it must be a laugh all the time. And how do you balance that going on stage, for instance, when you've had a rough day, rough week, and then you've got to go up and make us happy?
I'm so happy you brought that up, because imagine it's heavy for you on radio. People expect you to be happy. With us, we are comedians.
Exactly.
People expect us to make them laugh every single time in life, everywhere, and we're just human beings. And happiness is this this thing that is not ever permanent. You'll have moments of happiness. You know what I mean? So we're very conscious of that. But I think that you'll agree with this. We do find ourselves luckier than lottery winners in the sense that my wife said an interesting sentence the other day. She said, "Oh my goodness, I've just realized that you doing stand-up comedy is like normal people going to the gym. That's where you get your endorphins. That's where you release your stress. The stage is your happy place. It is your favorite place." So I feel like for me, the stage is the place that Nick and I have trained ourselves, and I think most comedians, where you get to that bottom step of the stage, you leave all your problems there. You leave the world there, because you can't take it on stage with you.
Yeah.
And what that makes it is, and I felt this even through COVID, was that the stage is the only place I don't feel anxiety anymore. That's the place I feel safest, freest, and doing my favorite thing. So but I agree with you. We are not happy all the time. I woke up very grumpy this morning.
Oh,
Tired.
boy. Wifey agrees. Wifey, what's he like when he's grumpy?
Grumpy.
Very pleasant. Don't lie, Sean. Don't lie to the people.
No,
She called it out this morning. Ooh, let me give you space because somebody's in a bad mood. I'm like, I'm allowed one bad mood. You have a bad mood every day. So like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
This is now a roast.
it's happening.
Facts.
Oh my goodness. Now I want to ask you, and Nick, maybe you'll take this one on. There was such a difference, I mean, before the pandemic and then after the pandemic. And you guys must have felt changes with your audience and that sort of thing. What has changed with how the reception is from the audience, or how you guys approach the audience post-pandemic, versus before all of this stuff started going down?
Yeah. Look, to be honest, like coming straight out of the pandemic, once the levels had been dropped and we were able to go out and gigs started running again, what I found was that rooms were selling out. People were coming and watching and consuming comedy, because I feel like they realized that they started consuming a lot of comedy online during the pandemic, staying at home.
Yes.
And I feel like there was a period, so like maybe the first year, where everything was just beautiful, and people were coming out and they were excited to be out again. And then something happened and people just kind of fell back into the old routines of negativity, and where now people are looking to be offended in audiences, and because you can't say anything, we can't talk about anything, everything is kind of out of bounds, and somebody wants to stand up for something, and I feel like we're in a space now where the style of comedy is changing. So the audiences are moving away from the low-hanging fruit, the obvious stereotypical comedy stuff, and they want something that's going to make you think a little bit, make them feel a little bit more. And they've been amazing. Like and I'm referencing the past 3 nights that we've done at the theater, and just to look at the variety of people, like Jason was saying, you've got from a 19-year-old Indian boy to a 85-year-old white man, all in the same room, all having the same or a similar experience. It's a beautiful thing, and I think that our audiences are far more intelligent than we give them credit.
True.
That interest rate also had an impact, because that first year people still had a little bit of disposable income. I think people are properly strapped. So like we have to be sensitive and work it out. You come into the show, it's $200 a ticket. That's two of you. That's already 400 rand. Then when you're telling your fro, you're bringing it to Sandton, she suddenly gets hungry for food that's not at home. You know what I mean? She suddenly the food in the fridge doesn't look nice. So now you're spending 1,000. Now you must get a babysitter. Now you must get an Uber. So you know what I mean? So we really understand, and I think that's made us even more grateful. When the audiences went away, we realized we had people listening. What did we say? So we made you laugh, but what did we say? And I think that's why this, comedy with a message has become so important to us, because it's now we're gonna give you the big laughs you're used to in the auditorium. But I promise you, we're also gonna give you things to take home and be talking about in the car, and be talking about for months and hopefully years to come. In terms of little tools that you can apply.
Did you feel exhausted at some point, or just like, okay, I'm busy, there's a lot happening?
I feel exhausted right now. So it's weird, because I get the question a lot, and the answer is actually very, very simple. Every time you see me, it's an actual dream coming true. I can't explain it. So like, whether you see me or hear me on radio, see me on a billboard, see me on TV, I always tell people like one of my major problems at the moment is it feels like all my dreams have come true.
Come true.
And it's this crazy thing of So remember when you were lighty,
Yeah.
could you sleep? Were you one of those kids? Because I couldn't sleep the night before my birthday.
Yeah, I was also the same.
Couldn't sleep the night before my birthday. Were waiting for gifts, waiting for presents, and I never felt fatigue the next day on my birthday.
Yeah.
So whenever you see me doing something, it's that birthday energy. It doesn't matter how tired I am.
Yeah.
When somebody says action, or the green light goes on, or the red light goes on.
Yeah.
It's your dreams coming true. You just find the energy. So I'm just in a space of very consciously, I wake up and I make my dreams come true. That's where I'm at, slow and steady. I've also been doing it for years. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I've been emceeing,
very long time.
I've been emceeing for 25 years.
Damn.
Doing stand-up for 13 years. And you know, people see the billboard and they think it was all immediate, all
Yeah,
overnight.
it's like overnight success.
So like you, this guy's on everything. He's so lucky. Then I'm like, yo, but you weren't there in a macro store with me selling things on a weekend on a microphone, embarrassing yourself while your colored brothers saying things like, Jason's job is clean up on aisle 6, cleaner to aisle 6. Then I'm like, yo, gents, you can say what you want, but at least when I go to the bar, I don't hear things like your card has declined. You know, we are not the same. We are not the same.
Levels!
Choose your struggle.
There are levels. And Nicholas, you were overseas recently, weren't you?
I was not overseas recently. My son is currently overseas, which is wonderful.
Okay.
A 15-year-old. No, but I don't. Nobody knows about that. But I thought that this is a perfect opportunity to let people know that I've been able to send my child to Germany. He's coming back, but he's there now because why not?
And
show these kids new things.
As a dad, how does that feel? Because growing up, and we all come from different backgrounds, whether there's present dads or not, that sort of thing. But I always feel that it's very important. We just celebrate Father's Day to have, dads that are always there, that are always present. How great does it feel? How important is it to you to be able to say, hey, go to Germany. I've got this. I'm going to cover this.
Man, that is the most important thing. Like my kids, 90% of the stuff I do is for my kids. 7% of the stuff I do is for my wife. Other 3% is for me, just so that I can keep going, to keep them going. But my dad was always there for me. He's still there for me, and
incredible.
I understand the importance of having a present dad. And I've seen kids who haven't had present dads around, and it means everything to me to be there for them. I love the fact that comedy, what it's done for me, it's given me the opportunity to be there, to pick my kids up after school every day, to drop them off most days at school, and the opportunity to send them to Germany for 2 weeks because that's what they want to do.
I don't want to cause a cloud, on this beautiful, sentimental moment. But the reason this whole thing is emotional for me is we start comedy 2011. 2014, we start doing business with Montreux Comedy Festival in Switzerland. And they invite us to come to Switzerland. 2014, I'm going to say it again. 2014.
10 years ago.
10 years ago,
2014.
Yeah.
Donovan, Goliath, Kate,
old.
and myself go. We leave Nicholas because Brad doesn't have a passport.
Yeah. They paid. They
Not
paid
a
for
visa,
everything.
a passport.
No, because
in
where I came from, I never needed a
need
passport. I was like, only people who travel overseas and need a passport are super famous or super rich. I am not going to be either of those things. Not because because it was indoctrinated into me by my parents, but it was just a norm. It was just a thing that everybody around me, my social circles, where I came from in Elders, it wasn't something that was taught to you that you must believe in, that you can go, you can do these things. I was never given that opportunity.
Has worked so hard that 10 years later, his son is overseas. 10 years ago, he didn't have a passport, had never even been to Lesotho, guys. He doesn't know Swaziland. Come on, he's only drunk Windhoek here in Gauteng. You understand what I'm saying? 10 years later, his son is. I'm just like, that's hard work. You want to talk about progression and the ability to change your life and to dollar what you must. Take that as a real living example. Come on.
And we're gonna give you a bomb for that one because that's
received.
That is true. That is true. Now, actually, before I get back into the happiness economy tour, I said I've got ulterior motives.
Bring it.
I thought it was just to ask why he's taking all the work.
No.
I was like, yo, that's a bit of a rough one. Just like that.
Stop that. That's not ulterior, that's personal motive.
So, Jason, last year you hosted the Radio Awards.
Yes, sir.
You're very good at it. You're a fantastic host. We really enjoyed it.
I've never been under that much pressure in my life.
Yeah,
I MC things all the time, but I'm never in a room full of people who can MC.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I'm normally the only one in the room that wants to MC. Now I'm in a room where the whole audience is thinking to themselves, why did he get even this job?
Nah, no,
That's where the whole thought process started. They were like, even here.
Let's focus.
No, I was just going to check if you're doing it again because I haven't won an award for Afternoons with Zweli. So I was just like, now that I've got you over here.
Look, I don't have a contract, but there are hints.
Okay.
And let me tell you, every now and then, I activate my Eldorado Park. So if you want to have a discussion, conversation, envelope Nyana, I can make things maybe, possibly not tap, maybe can, maybe.
Okay. No, don't say anymore. They're listening. Don't say
Please
anymore.
note the views of Jason Goliath are in no way reflective of the views of the Radio Awards.
Oh my god, if I win now, everyone's going to come back to this moment and they'll be like, so, let's talk about that interview that day. What is it that
Jason
happened?
bought a new car shortly after your interview.
All right, so guys, I mean, your tour, obviously you guys have been in Joburg and you guys are going all over the country, really. So there's stops in Durban, Nelspruit, as well as the West Rand, Silver Star Casino. You guys are doing that towards the end of the year.
So I saw somebody tweeted a little while ago, are there more dates for Joburg? We're back in Joburg at Silver Star at the end of the year in December, 21st of December. Tickets will go live in the next 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
We're still working on it, but the dates are confirmed, so we're definitely back. Next stop is Cape Town. End of July, we're in Cape Town, 26, 27. And then the following month, August 29 and 30, we are in Gqeberha. I hope I said it correctly.
You 100%
the GQ, we're coming for you. So that's going to be fantastic. And then, as you said, we're at Nelspruit, we're at Durban. We're going to be hitting Bloemfontein. We're busy talking about it at the moment. And if you want us to come through to you, let us know. A big development is, so many people in the last couple of days have said to us, please do a family-friendly version of the show. Something that we can bring our kids to. So on the next run, I promise you, you can also expect Silver Star to have a family-friendly version of the show in the afternoon as a matinee, which I think is going to be very exciting.
Very nice. And also December holiday time as well. So I mean,
Bring
the kids will be
along.
available. And,
If the kids can speak and understand jokes, if they are still drinking bottles, leave them at home.
No,
Unless they bought the bottles for themselves, then you can bring them.
Yeah. If you buy nappies, they're not for you.
Oh my goodness, let us wrap this up. We are about to get into the Trail of Truth. All right, so got some questions. You're each going to get 2. I'm just going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 40, and depending on which number you have picked, that is what I'm going to ask you.
28.
Oh, so you're going
I don't know why. Yeah.
No,
okay.
have fun, gangster.
Nah, no, that's why I was saying, like, now it feels like that's what I did, but it was just kind of in the middle.
All right, let's go. What is the meanest thing you have ever done to a sibling or friend has done to you?
I don't have any siblings.
I can't.
Jason counts. Yeah, the meanest thing I've ever done is, I laughed. Jason fell and broke his ankle at Total Ninja. No. It was the way he did it. Like, and also you don't know that he broke his ankle when he fell.
When
it
you
was
fall.
just you first
fair.
see the action, and then later the X-ray comes out, and then you feel bad. But in the moment, and this is like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks. I don't know. This is recent.
No. So I've been out the cast for 2 months now. So it was this year. But what is terrible was I fall, I break the ankle, but because we're on camera, Nicholas has to give the big reaction. So now I've broken my ankle and I've got somebody in my face laughing as hard as they can. And even in that moment, my brain goes, Jason, I can't believe this whole long career and you break your ankle for free on SABC. It's too soon. That pain was worse than the bone breaking.
Oh man, my favorite thing about people falling is always the reaction. I always wish you could get a snapshot of the moment you realize that, I'm going down now.
Especially when you've grown. You know?
It was at that moment. Yes.
Not fun.
That is spot on.
Yes.
All right, Jason, pick a number for me.
My number is 38. This is the age I got married at. I must earn my wife points while I'm here.
Let me actually go all the way down to number 38. Ooh. When did you think you were right, but it turned out that you were actually completely wrong about something?
Always. sorry.
You're the mean one.
That's the meanest thing I've done to you.
No, because he's not lying. I'm one of those people that I back myself until proven wrong.
Right,
Even if it makes absolute no sense. Alfred Adrian, our comedian bra, once said to me, once said to my wife, he said, I don't know how you married this bra. He said, you know how many nights I went out with him, we had an argument, I got home knowing very well I was right, but I lost the argument. He's like, I don't know how you married this guy. So I plead the fifth. Please read question 35
That's
for
exactly
me.
how she married him. That's exactly how she married him. She said no and then just found herself in the church one. How did this happen?
I got a quick one for you. In 2005, I met a bro who said to me, automatic gearboxes are going to get so good that you'd prefer to drive automatic over manual. Because we used to say manual is the only one, automatic is for old people.
Yeah,
and I said, bro, are you crazy? And like 2 years later, DSG came out and those gearboxes are quicker than we could ever change. So that's the only thing I'm willing to admit to. Yeah, thank you. I was absolutely wrong.
All right. Next number, Nicholas.
Next, number 14.
Number 14. What activity do you waste most of your time on?
Candy Crush.
No, bruh.
No, for real. I'm on like level 15,500 and...
He's not lying!
No, I like proper. It's embarrassing. I can't believe I even said it out here in the world.
Out in the world now.
Because what happened was it was like a backstage thing, you know, when I'm chilling backstage waiting to go on, then it's a time killer. It's something cool to do. It takes my mind away. And then, that thing will ruin your life. Don't download, guys. But I'm on level 15,500 and some
I don't
change.
even know what level you're on. Hey, anyway, let's move on. Jace, last question. Number?
15, my birthday.
Number 15. What's a product or service you're willing to spend more money on to get better quality?
A product or service I'm willing to... So I'm one of those... And I think this is a South African thing. South Africans don't mind spending a bit of money to get better quality. For me, so many things. Food, car wash. If you know how to wash a car, there's people who wash a car and there's people who know how to wash a car.
Yes.
I'm willing to give you all my money. If you're one of those people that come and show me the inside of my exhaust tips, you'll have my money. Content, I'm willing to spend money on at the moment. So any of those streaming things. But I think first and foremost food. I went to my brother David Higgs owns a very famous restaurant. And there's a steak like a second menu. You know, you've got the expensive, then you've got the other menu. Then I bought a steak for almost 2,000 rand. And people said to me, how could you spend? I said, I can't wait to spend that money again. That's how delicious that steak was. I'm going to say, I can't wait to spend it again because that's how good that steak was. So food, you'll have my money. All
right. That is where we're going to wrap it up with Nicholas.
Not nearly as exciting as this background music in Sydney.
No, I felt like we were going to be skeletons out of the closet. We're going to be pulled here.
Come on.
I can't do that to you guys.
Jason, where were you on the evening of the 14th? 1800? What?
Very quickly, actually, I'll let you go. Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
You said Drake.
Yeah, because I don't know, because I don't care. I just chose
also.
Oh, okay.
It's like when somebody says Chiefs or Pirates.
You're like, yes.
I'm like, whatever.
That's how I became a Man United supporter. Someone said Liverpool or United. No, when I was a lighty, I was like 10 years old. I had no idea about soccer, and then I moved out of Elders, and friends. My first friends came up to me. They're like, "Who do you support, Man United or Liverpool?" And then I had no idea who they were talking about, so I just chose the one that sounded better because I don't like liver, like as a meal. So then that's how I became a United supporter.
It's actually interesting because I hate liver, but I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
No, but it also makes a lot of sense. I've seen your face. I spoke about it earlier. That's that Liverpool. Hey, we know a Liverpool. So somebody's used to sour. You know what I mean? Used to disappointment. You know what I mean? Used to frustration.
Tickets for the Happiness Economy comedy tour are available on webtickets.co.za for $200, and you can catch them all over the country. Gents, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you so much, man. What a
G. We just want to say, Zweli, we love you. Thank you for bringing happiness every single day. We're excited that we get to do it on our shows. But I promise you, bro, you bring it every single day. And to your listeners, listen, may you have the happiness, may you have the health, and seriously, may you never miss a debit order in your life. Have it.
But you not even
some
have
great
debit
advice.
orders.
Have it. Yes. No, you must have debit orders. Otherwise, you're not successful.
No, you can have.
You can pay cash.
Huh?
Yeah,
you
but
pay
there are
cash?
things that you have to pay
Have to
debit
pay.
order.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. We need to get out of here.
Yeah,
Y'all have a
it's
show
fine. We're
tonight.
done.
Bye.
Afternoons with Zweli on 947.